says we're live. Good morning, everybody. This is Pete Gannon coming to you live from United Way headquarters. We'll get started in just a couple minutes. This is something we're going to bring to you every day through the duration of schools being closed and the other adverse effects of what's going on in the world right now. So again, we're looking for volunteers to join us, help us tell the stories each day, keep our kids engaged, give them something to look forward to. And we'll do this every day at or around 11 o'clock. And right now we'll probably get started with the story around 11:05 as we let people join in. So good morning, everyone. Sit tight. We'll get started in just a couple minutes. Everybody hear me okay? Can I get a thumbs up? There's a thumbs up. All right. Got the crack production team behind the scenes here too, making sure that we look okay and sound okay. Anybody has a copy of the book at home and want to read along, we're going to be reading the Sneetches by Dr. Seuss this morning. And again, we'll continue this as long as we need to every weekday at 11 a.m. here on United Way's Facebook channel. So thanks everyone for joining us. We'll get started in just a minute or two. How we doing here? Think we're ready to rock? Casey says we're ready to rock. I think we're ready to rock. So again, we're going to start with the Sneetches today by Dr. Seuss. We'll be here every morning, 11 a.m., every weekday morning, 11 a.m., where we have a whole bunch of different guests who are going to pick their favorite children's book and share them with you here on the United Way, the Greater Capital Region's Facebook channel. And afterwards, after the book, let us know what you think. And if you want to see us pick a particular story or something like that, you can actually email me directly. My email address is peter@unitedwaygcr.org. Let us know if you have some recommendations of a reader or some books you'd like to see. So today we're going to read the Sneetches, and as many of you know, I have a 5-year-old son at home named Jude, and Jude, I hope you're watching. Hi, bud, and I hope you're not driving your mom too crazy. And so this is my favorite book to read to Jude, the Sneetches. I really love the message behind it, and it's my favorite Dr. Seuss book and one of my favorite children's books of all time. So we'll get started and see how this goes. Now the Star-Belly Sneetches had bellies with stars. The Plain-Belly Sneetches had none upon theirs. Those stars weren't so big, they were really so small, you might think such a thing wouldn't matter at all. But because they had stars, all the Star-Belly Sneetches would brag we're the best kind of Sneetch on the beaches. With their snoots in the air, they would sniff and they'd snort. We'll have nothing to do with the plain-belly sort. And whenever they met some, when they were out walking, they'd hike right on past them without even talking. When the Star-Belly children went out to play ball, could a plain-belly get in the game? Not at all. You only could play if your belly had stars, and the plain-belly children had none upon theirs. When the Star-Belly Sneetches had frankfurter roasts or picnics or parties or marshmallow toasts, they never invited the Plain-Belly Sneetches. They left them out cold in the dark of the beaches. They kept them away, never let them come near, and that's how they treated them year after year. Then one day it seems, while the Plain-Belly Sneetches were moping and doping alone on the beaches, just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars, a stranger zipped up in the strangest of cars. "My friends," he announced in a voice clear and keen, "my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean, and I've heard of your troubles. I've heard you're unhappy, but I can fix that. I'm the fix-it-up chappie. I've come here to help you. I have what you need, and my prices are low, and I work at great speed. My work is 100% guaranteed." Then quickly, Sylvester McMonkey McBean put together a very peculiar machine, and he said, "You want stars like a Star-Belly Sneetch? My friends, you can have them for $3 each. Just pay me your money and hop right aboard." So they clambered inside. Then the big machine roared, and it clonked, and it bonked, and it jerked, and it burped, and it bopped them about. But the thing really worked. When the Plain-Belly Sneetches popped out, they had stars. They actually did. They had stars upon theirs. And then they yelled, "The ones who had stars at the start were exactly like you. You can't tell us apart. We're all just the same now, you snooty old smarties, and now we can go to your Frankfurter parties. Good grief, groaned the ones who had stars at the first. We're still the best Sneetches, and they are the worst. But now, how in the world will we know, they all frowned, if which kind is what, or the other way around? Then up came McBean with a very sly wink, and he said, things are not quite as bad as you think. So you don't know who's who? That is perfectly true. But come with me, friends, do you know what I'll do? I'll make you again the best Sneetches on beaches, and all it will cost you is $10 eaches. Belly stars are no longer in style, said McBean. What you need is a trip through my star-off machine. This wondrous contraption will take off your stars so you won't look like Sneetches who have them on theirs. And that handy machine, working very precisely, removed all the stars from their tummies quite nicely. Then with snoots in the air, they paraded about, and they opened their beaks and they let out a shout. We know who is who, now there isn't a doubt. The best kind of Sneetches are Sneetches without. Then, of course, those with stars all got frightfully mad. To be wearing a star now was frightfully bad. Then, of course, old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them into his star-off machine. Then, of course, from then on, as you probably guess, things really got into a horrible mess. All the rest of that day on the wild screaming beaches, the fix-it-up chappie kept fixing up Sneetches. Off again, on again, in again, out again. Through the machines they raced round and about again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money, they kept running through, until neither the Plain nor the Star-Bellies knew whether this one was that one, or that one was this one, or which one was what one, or what one was who. Then when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix-it-up chappie packed up and he went. And he laughed as he drove in his car up the beach. They never will learn, no, you can't teach a Sneetch. But McBean was quite wrong. I'm quite happy to say that the Sneetches got really quite smart on that day. The day they decided that Sneetches are Sneetches and no kind of Sneetch is the best on the beaches. The day all the Sneetches forgot about stars and whether they had one or not upon theirs. That's the end. So thanks everybody for joining us today. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock with a guest reader to share with you one of their favorite children's books. If you missed this or if you want to watch it again, we're going to post this on our Facebook page and we'll keep posting them so that if you can't join us live, you'll be able to get on there and read and view the book readings. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Have a great day.